Shalom. Shabbat Shalom to the Lord's elect. Let's begin this lesson by giving honor and glory to the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Yahawah is our Heavenly Father's name, and His only begotten Son, our King, our Redeemer, our Savior, Yahawashi. Again, Barakata Yahawah, Barakata Yahawashi, Barakata Yahawah, Barakata Yahawashi. Call Halal Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Rawchaa, Qadash. Let's give double honors to our leaders, our teachers. From the great millstone, always starting with the head apostles, the bishop, the elders. And let's give salutation, peace to the Lord's elect. Yes, always starting with the 144,000, followed by the large multitude mentioned in the book of Revelation chapter 7 verse 9 and 2nd Ezra chapter 2 verse 42. And also we can't forget the speckled birds spread among all these nations. Yes, Israel is everywhere. The children of Israel, Yasharallah, is among all these nations. Some of our people are going to come looking like the so-called Chinese, the so-called white, the so-called Indian, East Indian, that's right, the so-called Arab. Because the Bible, the Lord told us what? He says his heritage, that's right, his special possession is unto him like what? Speckled birds, okay? That's why you take a look at an image of a speckled birds family. It's different colors. Let me look at it. Let's bring it out in case somebody have not seen a speckled bird before. Let's go there. Speckled bird. Look at that image. That's how Israel is going to come looking like all these nations. Yeah, so it's not a so-called black thing. And like Esau like to put it out, black Hebrew Israelite. No. He said, we are a nation of people, black, white. These are social constructs created by the devil, which is the self-proclaimed white man today. But let's get on it. We have a lot to cover. But let's open it up with a precept and family. Again, Shabbat Shalom to the Lord's elect. I hope this message finds you in perfect peace. You know, it's your brother Malak coming to you. Like the Lord said we should do. He says here, we have to give diligence to make our election sure. Like it says in 2 Peter chapter 1 verse 10. And that's what we are doing. It says, work on your own salvation with fear and trembling. We know the chaos that is coming. So we're doing whatever it takes that when it happens, the Lord will give us the strength to endure. We don't want the Lord to take away the cup. No, we want to live through it. So one day we can sit around and say that, yes, indeed, we went through that tribulation. We're just asking the Lord to give us the strength to endure. And He promised. He says, although it is Jacob's trouble, but he, Jacob, shall be saved out of it. And those are the elect that are taking heed, doing the best that they can in these vessels to please the Lord Yahawah. And through His only begotten Son, our King, our Redeemer, Yahawashi, doing Yahawashi's commandment. Because He says, if you love me, you see that? You hear that? If you say that you love me, you're going to keep my commandment. One of the commandments is to what? To feed the sheep. Like He told Peter before He went back into the heavens. And now He is our intercessor and pleading our case. He is our lawyer, pleading our case before the Almighty Judge, which is Yahawah, His Father. So that's right. Work on your own salvation with fear and trembling. 2nd Ezra chapter 9 verse 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. You look at that word diligent, and it says here, industrious, hard-working, right? You being diligent. That's why Apostle Peter also said it, what? Give diligent, You see, give diligent to make what? Your election sure. You see, so when you put in the hard work in, a serious, can never pronounce that, conscientious Particular, please forgive me, I can never pronounce that word, but industrious, hardworking. And it says showing care and conscientiousness in one's work or duty. Many caves are located only after diligent search. That's why it says, give diligent to what? Make your election sure. It says he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. And when thou seest part of the signs, which means what? The tokens, the prophecies. Because you're going to be reporting on these things that as they come to pass, you're going to let the elect know that this is what the Lord spoke of. And that's how the Lord Yahawah, through his only begotten son Yahawashi, that's how they get their glory. You can fold your hands. As this thing started popping, you can fold your hands. No, you're giving diligence. You're reporting on these things. These are the signs, the tokens that the Yahawashi says we should be looking out for this. Once these things come to pass, look up. Your salvation draweth nigh. It says, measure thou the time diligently in itself. And when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before. The prophets of old prophesied about the time that we are living in right now, including Ezra. We're reading about Ezra, giving diligent, Isaiah, Jeremiah, Amos, Habakkuk, all these prophets of old. It says, which I have told thee before. It says here, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. The Lord visited the world by what? Bringing plagues, war, famine, destruction, evil times. That's how the Lord visited the world. He says here, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, these are all the things that are taking place right now. It says, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High Yahawah spoke of those things from what? The days that were before thee, even from the beginning. Even from the beginning. I just want to bring out another before I get this, because the Lord always what? Before it happens, he tells you of it. Let's go to the book of Isaiah. Isaiah, what am I doing? Isaiah 42. Isaiah 42. Quickly. Verse, I think it's 8. Isaiah 42, verse 8. It says here, I am the Lord Yahawah, that is my name, and my glory will I not give to another, neither my praise to graven images. Behold, the former things are come to pass, and new things do I declare. Are you listening to this? It says, here's the point. Before they spring forth, I, the Lord Yahawah, tell you of them. You hear that? So now you go back. This is the Lord says here in the book of, where is it? 2 Ezra 9:5. For like as all that is made in the world have a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. You are looking at the end of an age. Esau himself proclaimed white men. This war is going to end his kingdom, and there's a new war coming. Because we go back to 2 Ezra 6 verse 9, but let's go back to verse 6 first. 2 Ezra chapter 6 verse 6. Then did I consider these things, all the things that he created, and they were made through me alone. You get what the Lord is saying? It is no friggin' stupid crap that Esau talks about, some big bang theory. All of a sudden, everybody, one day there was just a big cloud, and then there was a big bang theory, and the world was created. We all started being monkeys, and then from monkey, evolution crap. No, the Lord created everything. And he's going to end it also by what? His son, Yahawashi. Let's go on. He said, then did I consider these things, and they were all, it said, and they all were made through me alone. You hear that? And through none other. By me also they shall be ended. Are you listening to this? And by none other. He created it, he's going to end it. And this is where everything is leading to. He says here, then answered I and said, this is a conversation, a monologue going on. I say a dialogue, no, a monologue. A dialogue going on between what? The angel, Uriel, and what? And Ezra. And they're having a conversation. Ezra wanted to know, the same way that the apostles went before Yahawashi and asked him on Mount Olive, tell us. They went to him privately, tell us, what are the signs, what are the tokens, what should we be looking out for before your second coming? Ezra is doing the same with what? The angel. You see, our prophet family, there's nothing new under the sun. Everybody wanted the kingdom. Everybody wanted the kingdom of heaven. The Israelite. When are we going to rule? And this is the time that we are about to enter into. It says here, then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of the times? Or when shall be the end of the first? Which is what? Esau, Edom. And this whole movie here is about two nations. That's why Esau and Jacob. You hear? Or when shall be the end of the first and the beginning of it that followeth? Esau is the terrible one in this movie. He is the evil one in this movie. And Jacob is the righteous. Like every movie that you go out and watch, family, there's two main characters. You have the good guy and you have the bad guy. But we know that what? The good guy always wins at the end. But it says, then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of the times? Or when shall be the end of the first and the beginning of it that followeth? And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau. But here's the point. For Esau, self-proclaimed white men today they call themselves Europeans, they call themselves Caucasians, they call themselves British, they call themselves American, they call themselves all type of different names except Edom. They don't want nobody to know that they are the Edomites. But we are here to tell you that, yes, right, they are the biblical Edomites. But we know that there are Israelites that are going to come looking like your so-called white men. You see? But we know that the actual seed of Esau, Edom, that's right, which today they call white, that's right, they are, they're going to be Obadiah 1:18. Okay, that's what is coming for them in the kingdom. After they serve 1,000 years of captivity, they're all going to be done away with. Okay, for Esau, the self-proclaimed white man today, he put a tie on, he clean shaven, he control all the resources in the world today. That's why he said, for Esau is the end of the world, the age, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. So if anybody tells you that apocalypse, yeah, we're going to be here for another 20 billion years, and then we're going to be living in apocalypse, go and build your bunker, family, laugh at them. Tell them that it's not biblical. We follow what is written in the Bible. That's why the true word of the Lord. You see, Esau, his age is coming to an end, and there's a new age coming under our King, our Redeemer, our Savior, Yahawashi. So family, let's bring out the first article here. This was quite interesting, family. We have a few articles to cover. Please bear with me. What caught my attention, what inspired this lesson was a comment that Medvedev made. I was going through my news article again today, and this is what he said. Listen to what he said. This is from Pro News, okay? Pro News. And family, unfortunately, I cannot put these links in the description box, okay? Because YouTube is not allowing me to, because I've had apparently my channel have been suspended many times. So right now, they don't allow me to put any links in the description box. So that's why I always tell you where I get the news from, and you can go and check it out yourself, okay? It says here, this is Medvedev, also the former president, the former prime minister of Russia. He says, I wish the USA It says, I wish the USA a second civil war and its complete collapse. This is what is coming from Medvedev today. It says, with the 61 billion they will give to Ukraine, they are maximizing the victims of war. But listen to this. The vice chairman of Russia's Security Council and former president of the country, Dmitry Medvedev, commented on the approval of the 61 billion in aid to Ukraine, wishing the US to experience a second civil war. Family, that is biblical. And we're going to prove it. We're going to prove it. It says he even characterized them as a satanic empire of the 21st century, which will collapse, and made them responsible for maximizing the casualty of the war in Ukraine. Family, that is biblical. Babylon the Great, if Revelation 18 tells you, it will collapse. But here, he said few things. He said things. It says here, no one doubted that American lawmakers will approve aid to neo-Nazis gang. It was a vote of happy US purges. Listen to this. It says, for the continuation of the civil war of the divided people of our formerly united country. Family, he's not lying. America is divided along party lines, gender lines, yes, and class lines, and that's right, and race lines. Family, this America is divided, and the only thing left right now is Isaiah 19 to be fulfilled. But we're going to get that precept. Let's continue here. It says, we, of course, will win, despite the 61 billion bloody dollars that will go mostly down the throat of their insatiable military industrial complex. He is right. Because, yes, Russia is on the right hand. That's right. Russia is the nation that the Lord, Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi is going to use to bring down Babylon the Great. It's a power and truth are behind us. The truth is what? The word of the Lord. That's why the power is the Most High Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. He's behind them. But what? Just to fulfill his will. But then you go back and read Ezekiel 38, guess 39, the Lord will destroy Russia's army. He already have a special place to bury them. You can get that account in Ezekiel 39. That's right. The Lord is going to use Russia to destroy America. It says, but considering the Russia-phobic decision that took place, I can't, in all honesty, not wish for the United States to purge into a new civil war as soon as possible. Family, it is coming. It says, which I hope will be radically different from the war between North and South in the 19th century and will be fought with aircraft, tanks, artillery, MLRS, all kinds of missiles and other weapons. Family, that was shown in the movie Civil War. That is prophecy, family. And which will ultimately lead to the what? Ignominious collapse of the vile, evil empire of the 21st century, the United States of America. Family, let's go here. I want to bring out 2 Ezra 15 verse 14. But please bear with me because there's another article that I saw immediately after. And family, look at what it says. Civil war. I can't make this up. But there's a verse. I'm going to pick it up from right here. So please bear with me. I gotta give me a few seconds, please. Sorry about that. Yeah, sorry about that. So, this is from Zero Hedge. It says here, Civil war. It's all about this gentleman. They went and saw the movie. But family, there's a paragraph here. We're going to pick it up from here. We're going to read a bit here. It says, my observation are as follows. The conflict was between the Western forces versus family. I don't want to spoil this movie for anybody, but if you haven't watched it yet, please forgive me, but I want to bring this out. Okay? You don't have to. You can skip this part of the lesson. The conflict was between the Western forces versus the existing U.S. government forces. The Western forces constitute with... No, that's not what I want. Oh, sorry. Let's pick it up from here. For most of the movie, you can't tell who is fighting who. That seemed realistic in a civil war scenario. The scene where the journalists are asked, what kind of America are you? Captures how confusing and chaotic it will be. Keeping in mind, the Lord says it is a time like no other, right? Jacob's trouble, right? This is all part of Jacob's trouble. The civil war that is on its way to America. It says here, what kind of America are you? Captures how confusing and chaotic it will be. I don't think the guy dressed in military garb is on either side. They were dumping bodies into a hole. Without anyone to enforce laws, war laws, listen to the war laws will rise up and execute retribution on locals they consider enemies. Every local community will become a battleground. Neighbors versus neighbors, families versus families. With 300 million guns, there will be blood. Family, that's 2 Ezra 15. We're going to get it, but let me read this quickly. It says here, 2 characters. Let it be known that their parents have stayed on their farms in Missouri. No. Let me see. I want to go back. No, I want to jump here. Let me jump here. It says Civil War was a sobering and depressing movie. I think it's foreshadowing of what lies ahead. You listen to this? Innocent people would die. Senseless slaughter will be the norm. The boundaries between good and evil will blur. Right and wrong will become meaningless. It will be unclear who are the good guys and who are the bad guys. Now you know why Yahawashi, the angels have to step in. Michael, the archangel. Daniel 12. That's why they have to step in. It says conflict is upon us. Will the cessation of our constitution before the upcoming election be the spark that starts this civil war? Where and when will our Fort Sumter moment happen? I don't know, but I fear it is close upon us. You hear that, family? That's the spirit. To have Medvedev comment about civil war and then Zero Hedge publish, what kind of American are you? Let's bring out, family, 2 Ezra. Let's read a bit here. 2 Ezra chapter 15 verse 14. It says, woe to the world and them that dwell therein. Actually, you know what though? Maybe let's read that. Let's read a good news translation. Let's do the good news translation. 2 Ezra 15. Let's pick it up from verse 14. It says, the world and the people in it are doomed. The war that will bring their destruction is very near. Nations will arm themselves and fight against other nations. That is already happening. Third World War, Civil War. Family, there will be great political turmoil. That's coming upon the land of America and all the various places. And it says, with one group trying to overpower another and gain control while ignoring the legitimate government. Family, this is prophecy. There will no longer be free access to the cities. Because the struggle for power will bring destruction, terror, and total confusion wherever people live. You hear that? Let me repeat that again. Excuse me. It says here, 2nd Ezra chapter 15 verse 18, Good News Translation. It said, because the struggle for power will bring destruction, 1, terror, 2, and total confusion, 3, wherever people live. Driven by famine and terrible suffering, people will assault their neighbors and mercilessly plunder their possessions. The power says, I am calling together all the kings of the earth to come from north, south, east, and west to turn back and restore what they have taken. I will pay them back with what? The same harsh treatment they have always given to my chosen people. The Lord says, the controversy of Zion. So, family, that's what is coming. We can't make this up. We can't make this up. That's the civil war. And Medvedev said what? He wished America. And they know Russia is ready. Family, now Russia is ready. They know what is coming. They know the Bible. You know, the elite know what is happening. The average peon, the one still out there trying to build their bunker on the soil of America, that's why they have their bug out bag. They have no clue that this is it. America, it is finished. That's right. The Civil War, the Third World War, that's what's going to end America. We're going to leave it there. And let's continue. Let's continue. Let's bring out another article. What only here. Listen to this. You know when family is all over, the system is falling. It says, which major city, this is from Zero Hedge. It says, which major city will completely collapse first? Los Angeles, Chicago, or New York City? Where did I read it? What's the paragraph that I want to? It says here. What was it? Please bear with me. What was it? What was? Please bear with me. I saw an app. It's a long article. There's an article I thought I highlighted. There was a paragraph that I wanted to share with you. Let's pick it up from. So they mentioned 3 cities, right? But we're gonna pick it up, and I have a video to show you. It says here. So which of these cities will completely collapse first? I think that is a very good question. They are all headed downhill very rapidly. Let me go back and mention the cities that they brought up. These are 3 major cities, right? Los Angeles, Chicago, or New York City, right? So now let's go back here. So which of these cities will completely collapse first? I think that is a very good question. They are all headed downhill very rapidly. And they are all being run by radical lefties. Of course, the exact same things could be said about dozens of other US cities. Forget the lefties, the righties, family, make no sense. And they all speak with one voice. America was an experiment. The Lord just created America to bring both the northern and the southern tribe here to punish them and then destroy it. That's it. That's the evil city. Nobody's going to live on America, right? You see, it is done, finished, finito. It is finished. It says here, they are all headed down here very rapidly. And they are all being run by radical. I read that already, so sorry. For years, I have been warning my readers about the cultural transformation that has been taking place in America. Family, the wisdom of this world is foolishness to the Lord. You understand? Okay, this thing here was preordained. Isaiah 19 was written many centuries ago, years ago. Okay? You didn't do it. That's the pride of Esau. Let's go on. I said, we have been failing them for decades, and now the consequences can be very clearly seen in the street of our major cities. A horrific societal collapse is upon us, and yet these nations continue to refuse to change direction. But here, look at this beautiful video. You know that a nation, but they can send 60 or 100 billion to Ukraine, 61 billion to Ukraine. But let's play this video so you know the state of your lovely America, especially New York. Look at
New York City without rats? Seems hard to imagine.
What in the hell?
But recent viral videos show a city overwhelmed with rodents.
You got the pizza, you got the pizza.
They're seen taking over sidewalks, living on subway platforms, and even scurrying around a very bright and populated Times Square.
I mean, they're everywhere. I feel like you see them like running through the garbage piles.
It's ridiculous. It's a bad infestation. It's disgusting.
I saw a mom and a baby rat yesterday.
And New Yorkers are not just imagining it. A 2023 study by a pest control company estimated that the rat population jumped from 2.3 million in 2020 to nearly 3 million in just 2 years. A jump the study attributes to outdoor dining and sanitation budget cuts.
It's coming at me.
Now the latest proposed fix, rat birth control.
If it is a war on rats, clearly the rats are winning.
The New York City Council considering a measure to deploy contraceptive food pellets around the city that would work on both male and female rats, since a pair of the rodents can produce 15,000 offspring in just 1 year.
There are better ways of handling this rat crisis, and it's not poisoning our way out of it because it simply doesn't work.
Rat poison can be harmful to humans if accidentally ingested, and harmful to wildlife that may prey on the rats. Like New York's beloved Flacco, the owl who died in February. Testing showed he had rat poison in his system.
Dispatch, deprive, disturb.
There have been other citywide efforts to target rats, something New York Mayor Eric Adams made a priority. Last year, he named a rat czar to try to fight that problem.
What they can do to be part of the rat pack and start fighting rats.
Businesses are also now required to put garbage in covered bins instead of bags on sidewalks, which rats can easily tear open and feast upon. As for rat birth control, City Hall saying they remain focused on this problem and are reviewing that newest legislation.
Yep.
Do you hear this nonsense? Rat were birth control, right? If you're still out there, investing in America, family, we don't know what to tell you. You are clearly not part of the hopeful elect. You're not part of the hopeful elect because the hopeful elect hate this place. They despise this place. They can't wait for the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords. That's right. The power of terror to bring family destruction upon this earth. That's what we're waiting for. 2 Ezra chapter 6 verse 18. And it said, behold, the days come. What day? That's why the end of Esau's kingdom. Before the Lord, our power Yahawah, reveal Yahawashi to the entire world. All eyes shall see the King coming in his power with great glory, with great power and glory. The ships, everybody is going to see the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords. All eyes, all knees shall bow. That's who is coming. But before that happens, family, chaos. He have to pour up on, it's called tribulation. The chaos that is coming, it's going to surpass all. I don't want to butcher it. I will get that precept because this is the second time. So I must as well bring it up before I hit 2 Ezra. Let's go here. Let's go to Daniel 12 quickly, and then I'm going to jump back to it because this pops in my spirit two or three times now. So let's go here. Daniel chapter 12 verse 1. The time of the end. You hear that? That's the time of the end. He says here, and at that time shall Michael, who's our big brother, stand up. The great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people. That's why the Lord's elect Israelites. And there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was, since there was a nation, even to that same time, and at that time thy people, the Lord's elect. That's right. Psalm 148 tells you who the lost people are. Shall be delivered. Everyone that shall be found written in the book. They are known as the elect. The elect were picked before the foundation of the earth to receive this glorious gospel. Only the elect are going to believe in the testimony of our King, our Redeemer Yahawashi, which is what? The spirit of prophecy. That's it. Only the elect. That is the time. It's a time of trouble like no other. Let's read another version here. It says here, NLT says, at that time, Michael, the archangel, who stand guard over your nation, will arise. Then there will be a time of anguish greater than any since nations first came into existence. But at that time, every one of your people whose name is written in the book will be rescued. And then also it tells you in what? That's right. We always go there. Jeremiah 30 verse 7, like our beloved apostle to her coin 2024, to be the hopeful year of Jacob's trouble. It says here, alas, alas, no, let's do it justice. Ask ye now and see whether a man does travail with a child. Wherefore do I, says Jeremiah 36, ask ye now and see whether a man does travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins as a woman in travail, and all faces are turned into paleness. Let's read the NLT. It says here, it says, now let me ask you a question. Do men give birth to babies? This wicked world that we are living in, Esau tells you, yes, you can. But naturally, you cannot. A man can never give birth to a baby. Period. End of discussion. But if the wicked is in rulership in his kingdom, he trying to tell you that a man can give birth to a baby. Family, he says here, the question is no, a man cannot give birth to a baby. Then why do they stand there, ashen face, hands pressed against their side like a woman in labor? Let's find out, why would they be doing that? Let's go there. Let's go back there quickly. Why would they be doing that? Why are they? Because why? Verse 7 tells us, close this and go to verse 7. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of what? Jacob's trouble. Yes, but he, Jacob, the worm, because the Lord said, we have no defense. The Lord compared us to what? Worm. He says here, but he shall be safe out of it. You look at the worm, family, you do it. If you're a gardener, or maybe sometimes you wake up in the morning, you're going for, you see worm. Family, the bird just flies and pick the worms up because they have no defense. That's how the Lord compare us to worm. Because guess what? That's why Yahawashi have to step in to deliver us. You hear? He said, for alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he, Jacob, shall be saved out of it by who? Our King, our Redeemer, Yahawashi. But I want to read another version. Let's go to the NLT. I always love that. He says here, in all history, there has never been such a time of terror. It will be a time of trouble for my people Israel, yet in the end they will be saved. You see, my people Israel, if anybody out there opening their gap and talking about everybody can be saved, family, just you know, I don't even say anything to them. We are at the point where, family, we just moving on. No, we are here for the elect. No, the rest of the nation, like we keep saying, they're all going into captivity. They're all going to be slaves and in the kingdom of heaven. But the only people, let me repeat that again. In all history, let me take it down, slow it down, so you can hear what I'm saying. In all history, there has never been such a time of terror. The Lord didn't say it's going to be good times. Everybody's going to be holding flowers and singing kumbaya. It says terror. Look up the word terror. Let's look it up. Meaning of terror. Extreme fear. You hear that? People fled in terror, extreme fear, dread, horror, fear and trembling, fright, trepidation. You hear that? Extreme fear, dread, horror, fear, and trembling. That is what is coming. Eh? That is what is coming. Where was that? What was that? Jeremiah 30. See, it says here, let's read that again. It says, in all history, there has never been such a time of terror. It will be a time of trouble for my people, Israel. Eh? Israel. Yasharallah. Prince of the power. Brakata Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. It says, in the end of the tribulation, in the end, they will be saved. Because Yahawashi also tells us what? Immediately after the tribulation, family, the Spirit is just leading me. I just want to bring it out. Immediately, let's go to Isaiah. No, Jeremiah. Isaiah. I'm in Matthew and I'm talking about Isaiah. You see, Isaiah, Jeremiah, constantly on my mind. Let's go to the book of Matthew 24. Immediately, let's highlight it so you know who is speaking. This is what the terror, immediately after the terror the Lord is bringing. Let's go to Matthew 24:29. Goes to show you that the Lord is only about what? His elect. It says, immediately after the tribulation of those days, immediately, we're going to be in the midst of it. And then it's going to be so bad that Michael, the archangel, the angel, Yahawashi, you have to step in to deliver us. It says, immediately after the tribulation of those days shall the sun be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light, because the day of the Lord is what? Gloominess, darkness. It's not light. But it says here, and the stars shall fall from heaven, and the powers of heaven shall be shaken, which goes back to what? Your leaders, your government. You're talking about your prime minister, your president, your kings. Nobody's going to have answer to what is happening in front of them. Because in their mind, they think after they they create the chaos, they're going to come out, they're going to be, they're going to rise up like what? The phoenix and take over and build their new world order. They're going to lose control. They're going to see Yahawashi and family. People are going to turn, they're going to lose all power. And they're just going to say they're going to ask the ground to open up and swallow them when they see Yahawashi and the angels. It says here, and then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man. That is our King. That's Yahawashi. You remember, listen to this. It followed immediately after the tribulation. We are going through it, and then Yahawashi steps in. It says, Jacob shall be what? Shall be saved. Jeremiah 37. It says, and then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in the heaven, and then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. And then here, this is the instruction that he's going to give the angels. Listen to this. Yahawashi is going to give the angels. This is the instruction. Matthew 24:31. All the red letter. Listen to this. This is Yahawashi speaking. And he shall send his angels with a great sound of trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect that were picked before the foundation of the earth, the one given diligent to make their election sure. That's right. From the four winds, from one end of heaven to the other. You hear that? Now learn the parable of the fig tree. That's going to something else, family. You see? That's what is coming. The end. It is here. Let's bring this article here. NATO's never-ending war. The 75-year-old bully is faltering because it's the end of the world. The end of Esau's kingdom. The little season is over. Revelation 20. The little season when they came back in the Renaissance, that was the beginning of the end of their empire. The 350 plus years, more than that right now, yes sir, it is over for. It said the Western discourse on the circumstances behind the creation of the North Atlantic Treaty Organization 75 years ago is hardly convincing. Our power is just beautiful. Or they created, the Lord allowed them to use this, that's right, the hammer of the whole earth. The Lord allowed them to create NATO so they can go around the world, destroying nations, stealing their resources. And now the end is here. It is here. But I just want to bring it because, the guy was going in, and it's a long article still, regardless. But he says what? It is faltering. I said it is faltering because it is the end. When the Bible says in the book of Job 14:5, the Lord set a bound for these nations to rule. You go back to that image in Daniel 2. Let's look at that quickly. Daniel 2. That's what, listen, everything that's happening, Daniel 2 images, everything that's happening in the Bible, if it's happening on this earth here, family, the Lord tells you. He tells you this from the beginning. The Bible says in Daniel 4, even 19, tells the Lord, the Most High, ruleth in the kingdom of men. He said it, and then he said it. Family, I don't want to butcher it. Let's go here. Let me bring it out quickly. Isaiah 9 is on deck, but hopefully we can get that too. Let's go here to the book of Daniel. Daniel, is it Daniel? Yeah, Daniel 4. Daniel 4:17. It says here, this is by the decree. Is that it says, yeah, Daniel 4:19. Said the Daniel, no, that's not it. Daniel 9:17, sorry. This matter is by the decree of the watchers and the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living. Family, this is after the Lord humbled Nebuchadnezzar when he was out there bragging. This whole chapter is powerful, man. You get a chance, read it. But I just want to bring this point out quickly. It says, this matter is by the decree of the watchers and the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High Yahawah, you hear that? The Most High Yahawah ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth it to whomsoever he will, and setteth up over it the basis of men. Who set up Putin? The Lord Yahawah did. Who set up Biden? The Lord did. All these leaders all over the world, the Lord set them up to fulfill his will. You see, but let's go back here. I wanted to bring out this quickly to show you that it all goes back from the beginning. Daniel 2. These are all the kingdom that the Lord set up. You see, Babylon came. The Lord set up Babylon, the head, the gold, and then he came and what? And left. These are the times, 605 to 539 BC. After that, who came back? It was what? The Medes and Persia. Persia became the greatest. The Medes came first. They took down Babylon. That's how the Lord set up all this kingdom. Follow the Persia, the Greek, starting with what? Alexander the Great, the beginning of Esau, Edom's rulership. From there, the Roman took over. And here we are the feet and the toe. Guess who is coming to take it down? The King of Kings, the Lord of Lords. That is where we are right now. So America, your Babylon the Great, is not going to go on forever. The Lord set up all these kingdoms. And the time comes, he removed them. That's why it tells you what? Promotion cometh not by... let me see. I don't want to butcher it, family. Let's go there quickly. Let's bring out another precept, and then we're going to get the next article. Let's go to the book of Psalms, okay? Psalm 75. Quickly, a quick point, and then we're going to move on. Psalm 75. It said, lift not up your horn on high, meaning your power. That's right. You know how proud Esau is, and he is known as the eagle, no? You see, speak not with a stiff neck. But here is the point. For promotion, you being in the power seat, ruling over these nations, he says, for promotion cometh neither from the east, nor from the west, nor from the south. But how do you get promotion? Let's find out from verse 7. But the power, Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, is the judge. And he putteth down one and setteth up another. You hear that? So the same way he set up all this kingdom, let's go back there to show you the image so it's fresh in your mind. You see, he says what? He putteth down one and set it up. So he set up Babylon. The time came, he put Babylon down, brought Persia. It started with the Medes, and then Persia came. The time came, the Lord put down Persia and the Medes, and then Greek took over. That's right. This whole thing that we are in, the thing that we call life today, family, it is just a movie. We all playing our part. You see, if we are on the right side, you thank the Lord Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi for making you an Israelite, picking you to give you this truth, because our kingdom is next. Time is on our hand. They don't have any more time. And now the only thing left, we are waiting for the microchip, Revelation 13:16. We're waiting for that microchip, Third World War, Civil War, and we are out of here. Lord willing, we are among the numbers. But let's continue. Let's get what article? Okay, let's bring out this. It said US and Philippines kick off the largest ever joint drills on China doorstep. Why is that? Because America is losing power. Because right now they are desperate right now. Family, the moment that we see, when you are the holder of the world reserve currency, you force these nations to buy your dollar to trade among each other. So when that dollar becomes a problem, when nations starting to walk away from that dollar, family, remember, your sole power is holding on to that dollar. That's why you're able to print as much as possible, because these nations are going to buy it from you. But that time is fast approaching. These nations are creating alternative, called the BRICS, are coming together. They're about to create their new currency. But they don't know that they are not going to rule next. Russia, China, India, whatever the BRICS nations are there, they are not going to rule next. It is Yahawashi's kingdom, but the Lord is allowing them to challenge America to bring this kingdom down. So America is trying to flex their muscles all over the world, but they are weak. They lost in Afghanistan. They lost they are losing badly in Ukraine, but now they want to, and then in the Levant, East Asia, or AKA Middle East, they're also losing there. Family, look at a small nation like Yemen is kicking their asses over there in the Red Sea. The family, they are desperate. They are desperate. But listen to this. US Philippines kick off the largest ever joint race on China doorstep. China military is bigger than Russia. Okay? That's right. And now you going to go and trying to fight China, fight Russia, and then fight Russia. No, it's impossible. Because this is just a desperate act. It's over, family. Its tensions are soaring in waters of China as the US and its close regional ally, the Philippines, launch expansive joint war drills Monday, not far from hostile, disputed maritime areas. At over 16,000 troops, the exercises called the Bahasham drills, or shoulder to shoulder, mark the largest ever conducted between the two allies. The 2024 iteration is not only the largest but the most complex, Newsweek confirmed, of the annual exercise. Yeah, they want to go against China. Now, family, this is just pure desperation. The America that you know, the Lord is bringing it down, because, family, we are at the toe. The clay, the toe, the feet, whatever you want to. Yeah, this is where we are. It is over. Yahawashi, he said, the Lord set up all this kingdom and the King of Kings. And he says, let's go to the book of Daniel. Let's go there quickly. Oh, Ezekiel. Do I need Ezekiel? But no, let's go to Daniel. Daniel. Daniel 2. Let's go Daniel 2:44. Daniel 2:44. You see, it says here, let's go back here. What does this say? The king's, no, let's pick, it says here, the divine kingdom. You see, the divine kingdom, which is the divine kingdom? Let's find out. And in the days of these kings, the one that we all listed, the one that I showed you, let's go back to the image so it's fresh in your mind. Let's go here. All these kings that came, okay? That's right, because the Lord is going to get credit for all of them. Our King Yahawashi is going to get credit for all of them. Daniel 2. And it says here, where was I? The divine kingdom. Daniel 2:44. And in the days of these kings shall the power of heaven set up a kingdom, which shall never be destroyed, Yahawashi's kingdom, and the kingdom shall not be left to other people. No other nation is going to rule the moment the king sits on his throne. That's why Yahawashi. And he says here, and the kingdom shall not be left to other people, but it shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms, and it shall stand forever. Listen to this. For as much as thou sawest that the stone was cut and cut out of the mountain without hands, and that it break in pieces the iron, the brass, the clay, the silver, and the gold, the great power have made known to the king what shall come to pass hereafter, and the dream is certain. Are you listening to this? So This is the lottery ticket. You can bet your house on this thing here. The dream is certain and the interpretation thereof is sure. I want to read another version. We have the sure word of prophecy. You hear? It says here, NLT, Daniel 2:45. It says here, what is that? It says here, this is the meaning of the rock cut from the mountain, though not by human hands, because the Lord is coming with lasers. He's coming with he's coming to family that we don't know what type of what is it called, fire and brimstone. It's all coming out of the chariot. We don't know, but fam, we know that it's not going to be pretty, because the Lord is not coming to swing sword. No, everything's going to be shooting out of the lasers. Shooting out of the what is it called, the chariot. But let's continue. It said that this is the meaning of the rock cut from the mountain, though not by human hands, that crushed to pieces the statue of the iron. That's why the iron, the bronze. Oh, come on, what happened there? Sorry. The iron, the bronze, the clay, the silver, and gold. The gold is what? The head, right? All the way down. It said the great power was showing the king what will happen in the future. You hear that? Because the Lord, it tells you what before it happens, he tells you of it, right? In the future, the dream is true and its meaning is certain. That's right. We are living in the end of this. That's right. The end of Esau's kingdom. Right now, war, because it's the time of war. Ecclesiastes 3 tells us. This is not a time of peace. This is a time of war. I want to make sure it's Ecclesiastes 3. Ecclesiastes 3, I think verse 8. Is it Ecclesiastes 3, right? I think so. That's good. I think Ecclesiastes 3 verse 8. Is it Ecclesiastes 3 verse 8? Yes, a time to love and a time to hate. A time of war and a time of peace. That's what you are looking at. Everywhere, family, war. Because what? This is the end of Esau's kingdom. Germany hosts large-scale military drills near Russian border. You can't make this up. The Grand Quadriga 2024 exercise in Lithuania is part of NATO Steadfast Defender 24 war games. More than 3,000 German military personnel are taking part in the Grand Quadriga 2024 drills. What the hell is quadriga? Let's look it up, family. I have no idea what that means. A quadriga is a car or chariot drawn by 4 horses. Abreast and favored for chariot racing in classical antiquity and the Roman Empire. You hear that? The Roman Empire. If anybody tell you that this is not Rome, family, run away from them. Okay, this is Rome 2.0. Okay, Roman Empire. The word derived from the Latin, let's get more. The Latin word quadrigi, a contraction of quadriuge from quadri, 4 and lugum, yoke. In Latin, the word quadriga is almost always used in the plural and usually refer to the team of 4 horses rather than the chariot they pull. In Greek, 4 horses chariot was known as, I cannot pronounce that. I'm going to leave that alone. Okay, so you get the point. It says here now we both learn something, family. The maneuvers are part of the larger month-long Steadfast Defender 24 series of NATO exercise that began in late January. Lithuania shares a border with Russia, Kaliningrad enclave, as well as Moscow's closest ally, Belarus. In a separate development earlier this month, Berlin deployed an advanced military team to the Baltic country as part of plans for a full-strength armored brigade permanently stationed there. Moscow has described the plans as a threat requiring special measures in response. That's what we want. That's what we want, family. We want escalation. We don't want nobody holding back. It says West is doing to Ukrainians what was done to the indigenous American. We're talking about the northern tribe, so-called Native American. This is what Moscow is saying. The gang in Kiev is erasing the country's people, the Russian Foreign Ministry spokeswoman claimed. But here, I want to go to what he says here about something about our brothers and sisters. Where was that? Oh, here. It says everything just like with the Aboriginal population of North America. He's talking about what? That's right, the Northern tribe. The so-called, that's right, Gad Reuben. And majority are Gad and Reuben. They are our brothers and sisters. Today they're known as what? The Native Indian, Native American. It says everything just like with the Aboriginal population of North America who were killed in the tens of thousands by the civilized folk. That's right. The West, that's right. The West consider themselves what? That's right, civilized. They bought Manhattan Island for beads, and Ukrainians don't even get those. Only an American noose around the neck. And that's right. They use the noose on us too. Around the neck, Zakharova added. There's nothing new under the sun. Because what? The Lord has made Esau bare. You see? The Lord has made Esau bare, and everybody, the Lord has uncovered his secret places. He cannot hide. Let me get there quickly. Esau bare. I think Jeremiah 49 says Esau bare. No, it's bare. No, it's Esau bare. Sorry. Jeremiah 49. It says here, but I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is poor. That's right. That's what is coming in the kingdom. Obadiah 1:18. His brethren and his neighbors, and he is not. After the 1,000 years of captivity, Esau, self-proclaimed white man, is not going to be enjoying the kingdom of heaven, and they're going to be done away with. These are not my words, family. Take it with the Lord. You see, here we're not here to make you feel good about yourself, and no. Here we are here to comfort the elect, letting the elect know that their king Yahawashi is coming, letting these nations know that they are about to receive the punishment of their life, and it's going to be carried out by who? Our King, our Redeemer Yahawashi, and he is coming. Yahawashi is coming. That's where everything is leading to. You hear that? Everything is leading to what? The second coming of our King, our Redeemer. We just read Ecclesiastes 3 verse 8. UK announces largest ever military aid package for Ukraine. Does that sound like, family, they want to talk about peace? No, they want this war to continue. And Russia knows that right now. Because America, Britain, France, family, that's right, the Roman Empire, this is it. They can't afford to lose the dollar. The dollar collapses, the whole Western world is finished. So we're going to continue to push this forward until Russia gives in, and then we're going to take Russia and divide Russia among ourselves. So we're going to continue to live lavishly. That's the mindset. But they forgot to read the book of Daniel 2 and Daniel 7. It tells you, every kingdom the Lord sets up, he removed them. You are the last kingdom, and you are holding on desperately. You can. The Lord said he set a bound for you, and you cannot pass it. That is Job 14:5. Prime Minister Rishi Sunak promised more long-range missiles, dozens of boats, and hundreds of armored vehicles. The UK has revealed plans to provide the largest package of British military assistance to Ukraine. Prime Minister Rishi Sunak will officially unveil the new aid plan when he travels to Warsaw on Tuesday for talks with his Polish counterpart, Donald Tusk. Family, you can't make this up. And we are extremely happy. We are extremely happy. But here, let's finish off with here. U.S. troubled by Russia's complete embrace of North Korea. These are the kings of the East. Let's go to the book of... let's go to Revelation. Let's go to Revelation. Because, family... it's all about prophecy. It's all about prophecy here. It said the testimony of our King, the Redeemer of Israel. It's all about the prophecy. Yahawashi, the testimony of our King is the spirit of prophecy. And we are extremely blessed that the Lord showed us mercy, the sure mercies of David, by bringing us to this truth here. Man, we could have been lost in the world. And let's read on. Revelation 16:12. And the sixth angel poured out his vial upon the great river Euphrates. and the water thereof was dried up, that the way of the kings of the east might be prepared. These are the kings of the east. This is what the America considered what? The axis of evil. And my boy Kim Jong-un, Russia was a North Korean president. We have Vladimir Putin, President Vladimir Putin. We have what? Risi from Iran. And then we have China, Xi Jinping. But family, let's take a quick look at River Euphrates. And River Euphrates drying up. Look at that image. And if anybody that we have the sure word of prophet. This is a river that was supplying what majority. I think it was going to Syria, Iraq, and all those regions. But family, the river is drying up. We just read it. Drying up for what? To prepare the way of the east. To prepare the way for the kings of the east, which is what? The war of Armageddon. The river is drying up fast, family. And we say Barakata Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Qadash. But let's finish off here. Let's go back to Revelation. What was that? Revelation 16, right? Is it Revelation? Yeah, 16:12. And the sixth angel poured out his vial upon the great river Euphrates, and the water thereof was dried up, that the way of the kings of the east might be prepared. For what? For the war of Armageddon. But now let's read on. Close ties with Moscow have granted Pyongyang a luster of legitimacy that it should not have Jong Park. Let me go. Close ties with Moscow have granted Pyongyang a luster of legitimacy that it should not have. Jung Park has said. Jung Park is what? In South Korean leader. It says here, the recent rapprochement between Russia and North Korea could embolden Pyongyang to take a more risky approach in the global arena, a senior U.S. diplomat has warned. Deputy Assistant Secretary Jong Park, who was Deputy Assistant, I thought it was the Prime Minister. It says Jong Park, who served as the State Department senior official for North Korea, told Bloomberg on Monday that Moscow's complete embrace of North Korea could mean that the country would be more inclined to threaten its southern neighbor, export weapons abroad, and defy Washington's call to return to denuclearization talk. Good luck with that. The Lord is bringing all these kings together. That's right. They call them the axis of evil by the West. The West calls them the axis of evil. But these are the nations that are going to take down Babylon the Great, according to Bible prophecy. Family, we are living in a beautiful time. And we are living in a beautiful time. And we say, Barakata Yahawah, Barakata Yahawashi. So let's finish off with here. Let's go to the book of Revelation. Oh, actually, I was already in Revelation. Let's do Revelation 22. Is it 10? I think it's 9. Revelation 22. Yes. It says here, Revelation 22:10. It says here, and he says unto me, we're going to finish here, seal not the sayings of this prophecy of this book. You hear that? The prophecy. The Lord didn't say go and preach a prosperity gospel, tell people to, go buy a house and the whole community coming together. The Lord didn't say that. The Lord is only looking for the elect. You see, it's not about all Israel coming together, united as something. No, it's all about the elect. The Lord is dealing with a small number, a remnant. It says, and he says unto me, seal not the sayings of this prophecy of this book, for the time is at hand. You hear that? The time is at hand. So this is the time to go all out for our King, our Redeemer, Yahawashi. So beloved, I hope you were edified. Medvedev is talking about civil war, and below and behold, and family, that's right, that's prophecy. That's Isaiah 19. That's right, it's the Egyptians against the Egyptians. They all know America is finished. There might not be 2024 election, but we're going to be monitoring it. But we thank the Lord Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi for bringing this wicked kingdom to an end. All praises, honor, glory to the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Qadash. Beloved, I hope you were edified. I will leave it there. Shalom.